take the crown home. Okay. So first off, I would love to appreciate everyone who have stuck with us so far, who have been around from round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and those who made it to the quarterfinal, both the judges and the speakers. I I will say thank you very much. Like, thank you very, very much for making this particular tournament a success. I've not really had good sleep because of the time difference, but then it's something we've signed up for. And I believe each and every one of us too haven't had good sleep, and we ensure that this tournament is smooth and successful. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't say sadly, some people will be making it to the final. And Sujal, can you just stop it? Some people will be making it to the final, while some will not be making it to the final. In no particular order, the first person proceeding to finals is Peace John Kalyu. The second person is Adebayo Obalola Godman. The third person is Helena Namatibi Kizito. The fourth person is Namalike Akoy Sharon. The fourth person is Ngwansigwa. I don't know if I butchered your name, but I'm very sorry. Ngwansigwa David. Then the last person is Otuedo Alero Faithful. Congratulations to the finalists, and I wish you guys all the best. I believe David have already announced the judges and also the chair for this particular final. David, you've announced that, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes, I have announced that.
Okay, over to you, chair. What's his name again? Kibi. I think it's sorry, before Kibi takes over, I know the tax it's not confusing. So when he comes up, he will give you your tax. And when he gives you your tax, you have 30 seconds to reflect on that and make 2 to 3 minute speech. Success, guys. And I'm wishing all of you good luck.
Kibirango Rahim, over to you, kind sir, our chair for the finals, Kampala Open. Take over.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. I was asking whether I should switch on my camera or we should leave that privilege for participants.
Please switch on your camera. We want to see the chair for finals, please.
Switch on your camera. Thank you.
Kibirango, I don't think we can hear you, or it is just my network.
It's just not. Yeah, he's not audible. He's not audible.
I think I'm audible now, right?
Yes, you are audible now.
Okay, beautiful. So we've just wasted a lot of welcoming remarks and thankful remarks that I had for everyone who has been part of the speech experience for Kampala Open 2026. I will skip that. Probably we'll have it at the closing with the rest of the OC team, CAP, TAP, Equity, and all the other members that will have a say to probably share the same. The instructions for the tasks are pretty mild. I'm going to read the philosophical question to you, and you're gonna take 30 seconds to reflect on that. After that, your timer will start or you'll have to make a speech under 3 minutes. That's just it. So in order of the draw, that's what we are going to be using. The first speaker here. Okay, beautiful. The first speaker for our grand finals is going to be Helena. Just give me a second. Yes, let me just forward this to share. Beautiful. So Helena, could you just unmute and tell me whether you can hear me so that I get you ready on that question?
Yes, I can hear you.
Beautiful. So your question is going to be, and unfortunately, I won't be able to put it in the chat space, but this is your question. Give me a sec. My phone. Helena. I'll also ask David if there's anything that I need to probably see or be notified on from the chat space, from the participants on the panel itself. Just read it out for me or pause me because I can no longer access the chat space anymore. That said, Helena, your prompt is this. The philosophical question is, what is one belief you strongly hold, but you would choose not to say out loud right now, and why? Thirty seconds start now. Also, Cap and OC, I'm not choosing to turn off my video. It's just that when I switch apps, it turns off. Hopefully next time you'll buy me as a PC or something like that. Helena, the 30 seconds are up. We are ready to see and hear from you.
All right, so I hope I'm audible and visible as well. Yeah.
You are.
Okay, let me just set my timer. I'm very happy to be at this final. Never thought it would happen. But yeah, I'll just begin. Every time I get on a stage to speak, it is by God's grace or by His mercy that I always manage to reach a final. I know that sounds a bit cocky of me to believe in myself that much. However, I believe because of the precedents I've set and because of how much I have worked towards my goals, that I'm always going to be able to make it to a final. It's called self-confidence. It's something I strongly believe in because it's not just about believing in yourself to be able to comfort yourself when you're sad, but it forces you to put in the effort to justify that self-confidence. A lot of people may think it's pride. I mean, wow, she has made a lot of finals. So wow, she started doing this recently and yet somehow she's still managing to do it. But I've managed. Not because I'm proud or not because I had the best coaches, but because I've believed in myself so much, and that belief comes with the will to work hard and make sure that people don't start laughing at you when you say that you're finally confident. But no, for me to hold myself accountable to my self-confidence, pushing myself to be the best, because the only way I can be confident with myself is if I work hard to justify that confidence. I know the world may see me as proud. I know the world may say, wow, I can't believe it. I think that maybe the world did not even give a damn because it's my confidence and it's my career alone. But I stopped caring about the world after I stopped caring about the world. I just stopped because they were never going to add anything to me and they were never going to take anything away from me with their opinions. But I kept myself confident. I added personality in everything that I do. I kept my own identity because that is what makes me me. That is what makes me give a speech the way I give a speech and not the way Rahim would give a speech, because that's my personality, because I'm confident in who I am. And maybe I won't win this final. Maybe I won't rank top 3. I mean, it has never happened, especially after that Snapchat incident. But at least I was confident enough to have reached this place. I was confident enough to sign myself up as a speaker in the open category because I believe in myself. I may not say it to everybody and I may not say it out loud. You may see me pacing outside rooms because I am scared, but deep down, my confidence pushes me to be the best person that I can be. Thank you.
Thanks, Helena. That was amazing. Congratulations upon standing on your confidence in the finals today. And we are going on to the next speaker. Okay, just for the sake of David and Uche, you can see me now. I'm now going to switch. So the next person, prepare yourself as I read. The next person is Faithful. Alero Faithful. Just give me a verbal confirmation if you can hear me.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. So, Faithful, your question is quite long, but nonetheless, I think you have the capacity to answer it, given that you are in the grand finals. Your question goes, I'm going to read it twice, and then I'll start your time. The question: what is one important question in your life or society that has no clear answer, and how do you live with it? One more time. What is one important question in your life or society that has no answer, and how do you live with it? Your time starts now. Faithful, that's the 30 seconds of grace. I'm ready to hear you speak and see you as well.
Okay, just give me a moment, please. Confirming if I'm audible and visible.
You're
Am I
audible and visible.
Okay. So I'll be starting in 3, 2, 1. All my life, since the moment I can remember, I have been told what to do. I've been told how to act. I've been told how to live my life. Everyone says the same thing. You go to nursery school, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, you go to university, you get a degree, you get married, have children, and so on and so forth. And one thing I've always wondered ever since I was a little girl was, why? What happens if we just stopped? What happens if we chose not to get a job? What happens if we chose not to follow societal standards? What happens if everyone came to the decision that money is just paper? Or everyone just decided that instead of marrying, why don't we just live our lives? Just go on at all. Will society really come to an end? I think this question has plagued me for the most part because it's the very foundation in which we live our lives. Everyone does. Everyone goes to work. Everyone goes to school. Everyone has hopes of getting married. Everyone wants to have a child. Well, maybe not everyone. Maybe some people are pondering the same question that I am now. And the question, how do I live with it? Sometimes it takes an unprecedented amount of trust. And I think that is something most people don't even realize. That to live every day, to get out of bed every morning, to do the choices, make the choices that you choose to make, takes trust. Trust that you're doing something meaningful. Trust that this has a purpose. The people that I meet today are going to add something to my life. The school I go to, maybe the education will help me in some way. It's just trust because there is no manual. Anyone can live their lives anyhow and their lives still end up fine. So the answer of how I live with it is simple. I just trust that maybe this is the way life is supposed to be. Maybe the choices I make do have some sort of butterfly effect or some sort of thing that makes it grand in the grand scheme of things. So that's what I'll say to anyone who is struggling with the same question too. Just trust that life will lead you where you're supposed to go, and every choice you make does have an impact. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, Faithful. And we are going to go on to the next person. So the next person is Peace John Calio. Just unmute and tell me whether you can hear me clearly. Beautiful. So this is Peace. I'm going to read your task twice and I'll start your time then. Unfortunately for everyone here, I don't have the fastest hand to also drop it in the chat space and still give you 30 seconds to read it and also think about it. I think it's in the nature of the task that it's just a question and you reflect on it under 30 seconds. So your question then, if no one would praise or reward you, what value would you still live by? Why? Again, if no one would praise or reward you, what value would you still live by and why? Your timer starts now. The 30 seconds are done. We are ready to see and hear from you.
Okay, so am I visible and audible?
Yes, you're visible, you're audible.
Okay, beautiful. So I have a question. The tag says 2 to 3 minutes. So if you stop at 2 minutes, it's fine. If you stop at 3 minutes, it's fine. That's to understand. Can you hear me?
I can't confirm on that. Just do your speech. 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes.
That's very vague, but anyways. I'm gonna start my speech in.
Please, can you hear me? It's
Yeah, I
two
can
to
hear
three
you.
minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. If you speak up to 2 minutes, you're right in time. 3 minutes is the maximum. Minimum of 2 minutes, maximum of 3 minutes.
Okay, that's so much better. All right. I'm gonna start my speech in 3, 2, One, what if I told you I never dreamed of being a billionaire? Shocking, right? So I guess the value I'm going to talk about and the one thing I truly live for, even if no one watches me, no one rewards me, or no one praises me, is the value of quality. Because to be honest, I think you just have to have 50% of human sympathy and walk the streets, maybe even Africa, because after all, this tournament is based in Africa. Walk the streets and see the homeless people on the streets. Walk the streets and see children literally starving and literally living on begging or prostitution or hawking. Children that needs to be in schools. Or should I talk about the girl child? That the marginalization is even so much worse. In northern Nigeria today, almost like 40% of girls under 18 are out of school. Ridiculous numbers. So I think if everyone had and lived by the value of equality, it would mean that each and every person is entitled to the same standard of living all over the world. No one fucking needs $1 billion to live by. I mean, if you, no one needs $1 billion, or even a billionaire to live by. And I think if wealth was equally distributed, people would not need to suffer. Poverty is dehumanizing. I speak from a place of privilege, but I would know. I would know because this is what led me to literally study law and specialize in human rights. Because you see it every day how much it dehumanizes individuals. It dehumanizes a girl of 13 having to go into prostitution because she does not know what she's going to eat next. She doesn't know that her family of seven are going to survive to the next day if she does not sleep with a disgusting old man of 55 years old. So I think that is the most important value. Equality, where each and every person is entitled to the same standard of living, where each and every child is able to go to school and make a name out of themselves, where each and every person knows where their next meal is going to come from and do not have to survive on begging or dehumanizing effect. So if the world doesn't praise me, if the world doesn't reward me, the one value I would continually live by is equality and justice. Because I truly believe that every single person deserves the right to human dignity. Thank you.
Thanks, Peace, for that speech. We'll now move on to the next person. The next person is Adebayo Godman. Could you just give me a verbal confirmation that you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Beautiful. So, Godman,
Yeah.
your task is going to be read 2 times, and then I'll start your time. The task reads, if success required you to compromise your integrity, where would you draw the line? Again, if success required you to compromise your integrity, where would you draw the line? Your time starts now. Thirty seconds of reflection are done. Ready to see and hear from you.
Yeah. Am I audible?
And can you see me? Hello, please, can you see me?
You're audible. I think, yeah, you're visible as well.
Okay, good. So I'm trying to set my timer, please. Just take it away from here. So yeah, I'll start my speech. 3, 2, 1. I used to think integrity was something you either had or you didn't, like a switch on and off. But that's not what shows up in real life. It shows up quietly, it shows up in moments where nobody's watching, and it shows up where the cost is not either prison or headlines. Integrity shows up when the cost is your comfort. For me, the line is not dramatic, it is tiny, it is small, and it scares me because I've crossed tiny lines before. I've laughed at jokes I did not agree with because I did not want to be difficult. I've stayed quiet even when something felt wrong, but speaking up sometimes felt inconvenient. I've told myself, this is not a big deal, it's just once. And every time something bad happened, no punishment, no lightning, it's exactly why it is dangerous. So when I ask myself, where do I drop the line? The question is, I don't trust big declarations. I don't trust big things. I trust patterns. The line I cross the moment I start lying to myself to make my success look clearer, to make my success look more appealing. The moment I need a story to justify why I did something I shouldn't be proud to explain I did. Because success requires silence from your conscience that does not arrive all at once. It arrives in installments. First, it asks you to bend. Then secondly, it asks you to stay bent. Then one day, standing up for yourself feels very unfamiliar. So my line is here. When success requires me to become somebody I will avoid if I met in the future, when I cannot recognize my own wins anymore, when the version of myself that wins wouldn't tell me the truth if losing was alternative. I won't pretend I would always choose perfectly. I won't pretend I always choose the right thing. I will not pretend I'm immune to temptation. But I know this. Oh, I know this. I don't want a life where I'll keep having to explain to myself internally. I don't want achievements that require footnotes in my brain. So yeah, that's why I stop. Not because I'm morally superior, not because I'm God, but because I know what it costs to keep going. And I'll not lie to myself for that cost. No, I draw the line out there. I don't want to win something to make me feel small. Thank you.
Thank you, good man, for that speech. On to the next person. The next person is a call. Sharon, are you here? You just give me a verbal confirmation.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, amazing. Your task. Your task reads, if you realize that something you defended for years was wrong, what should you do next? Again, if you realize that something you defended for years was wrong, what should you do next? Your time starts now. That's the 30 seconds of reflection. Ready when you are. Unfortunately, I can't hear you. Is this just me? Sharon, we can't hear from you.
Oh, yeah, I had admitted. So I'm okay.
You're audible now.
Yeah. If something I had defended for years gets to be wrong, would I still stick on it? The reality that I have in my heart, the key point that I always hold is integrity. Doing what is right even when it seems wrong. You know, my family can be in a state whereby they are to deceive, but I am told to choose to tell the truth or to deceive. If I am to lie, my family has to go to heaven. But if I am to tell the truth, my family will go to hell. That is a state whereby my family, a family that I have held in my heart, that I have always been there to defend for thousands of years, is in a very terrible state. But because of the integrity I have in me, I will sacrifice my own family. I know it hurts, but Mahatma Gandhi once said, telling the truth is not for everyone, but it is for those who choose integrity. I personally choose integrity, and that is why something that I have held on, that I have been for thousands of years, even if it is for 1 year or 2 years, but as long as the thing is in a wrong direction, even if it's my own family, I will have no other option other than to choose integrity, because I can't sacrifice my integrity for a fleeting benefit. My family means a lot, yes, but they are on the wrong side. The people I love most, the people who have been there for me, and I have always been there for me. But this stage of you being on the wrong side, but you want me to be there for you, I am sorry, I won't be there for you. I won't be there for that person that I've been always sticking for 1,000 years. I won't sit there when you make a mistake. Because you are on the wrong side. No one wants to be on the wrong. Trust me. My integrity is always there to stand first. It is always the value that I hold first in this situation, that I have to choose what to do when a group of people or anything that has always been there for me for 1,000 years does something wrong. So the reality is I stick to Mahatma Gandhi's words. I stick to integrity. Though I love them, but next time will be the better time. If they do the right thing, I will surely be there for them. But if they're going to be doing the wrong things, I have no other option than to let them down, because I am doing the truth. I am doing the right thing, not the wrong thing. And yes, I stick to it. When I realize a person that I've always been there for 1,000 years is on the wrong side, I will do the right thing. I won't defend them. Thank you.
That's time. Thank you for that speech, Sharon. That brings us to the very end of this grand finals. Yeah, I'm kidding. There's still one more person to go. So the last person is David. Could you give me a verbal confirmation?
Yes, please.
Okay. Beautiful. David, your task. Sharon, if you're still unmuted, kindly mute yourself.
I'm so sorry.
That's just fine. David, your task.
Yes.
Your task reads, what is the one decision you would still make even if everyone criticized you for it, and why? Again, what is the one decision you would still make even if everyone criticized you for it, and why? Your time starts now.
My name is Merciba David. I'm privileged to be standing before you all, parents, teachers, and different administrators. You see, growing up as a child, my parents always told me not to make certain decisions, like probably falling in love. And they had their reasons. One of them was that as a student, it was going to lead to school dropout. As a student, as a learner, as a person, it was going to distract me. They always advised me to take my time. Even when I reached a point of getting the woman I loved, the person that made me feel at home, the person that made me feel like I am valued, they still went against that decision. But guess what? The turning point is that the person I met is the person that healed the wounds of my father that had died by that time. This is the person that filled the gap of something that was missing in my life, something I wouldn't get from a sibling, something I wouldn't get from a mother. But at the end of the day, me choosing to love, even when told not to love, it's the one thing that has made me the great speaker, the great counselor that is standing before you here today. So here's the dig. To all the people out there, at times advice given is good, but all advice that is given is right. If you're always convicted to take something, do it. At that point, I told myself that I can think better, I can be better, I can do better with this decision that I made. And standing before you is standing before you is a counselor that is counseling, that is giving guidance to families, that is giving guidance to people that are lost. But my story is rooted from a point where I decided to make a decision that was against. So I tell the young people out there, I tell the parents out there, support decisions your children do. In a long way, if the decision is bad, you support them, you guide them. But what I can say is that as a person, the one decision I can still choose to love again, even when they tell me not to. Because it's because of love that I get to counsel out there. So please, follow your dreams if you are convicted to it. Thank you.
Okay, I just want to confirm with any of my panelists, you can still hear David.
I think David is done. I think he's done.